Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to share with you the only 2 skills you need to master in your 20s to get ahead of 99.9% of the entire world, including your friends, including your family, mother, brother, sister, dog, cat, you already know. Alright, so let's get into it. Skill number 1 to master is direct response marketing and persuasion. Now, the reason why direct response marketing is the key to success is because we live in a world where climbing the corporate ladder is not the only option you have out there. There are teenagers and adults creating businesses that are completely dominating large corporations that have been around for years. Look at Coca-Cola, look at all of those drink companies that have been around for a while. They're gonna get completely dominated by things like Prime, because Logan Paul is the face of the brand. He was able to leverage direct response marketing and marketing psychology and persuasion to build an extremely successful personal brand, launch a huge company overnight, and basically grab a huge market share of sports drinks, any pop drink out there. And the reason why he was able to do that is because he knew how to do marketing. He knew how to put himself out there, create content, and not just any content. Because you can go on TikTok, you can go on YouTube, you can find tons of creators who are putting content out there, but they're not doing it in a smart way. They're not entertaining people. They're not building a personal brand of people that are not just gonna watch it for entertainment, but fall in love and stick around for a long run. Same with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast can open a business in any industry that he wants right now, and he will absolutely dominate it. Why? Because he has an army of people behind him that he can take wherever he wants to go. Any industry, any business, any niche, he can dominate it overnight. The reason why it's extremely important that you not just learn these skills, but actually start practicing them is because there's more and more personal brands popping out on social media out of the blue, and it would just be silly not to take advantage of that and all the benefits that come with it. That is the future. The future is going away from these big ass corporations just controlling people, and it's going more towards individuals finally claiming their autonomy and freedom and just speaking up, putting themselves out there and creating their own ecosystems where they can just make money as a one-person business. Take these people that are following them, that they're building in their personal brand, and they can go and monetize their following wherever they go. This is why there's a boom of coaching, course creators, consultants, all of that jazz happening right now. There's a few reasons why. Number one, a lot of these people were sold on a dream that it's so easy to run their own business, which it isn't, and it's not for everyone. But just so you understand and don't fall victim to how these brands are using methods of persuasion, direct response marketing, and sales, you need to be aware of these methods so that you don't fall victim to them. English, I hope you got me. All right, let's just say you got me. Then moving on to the second skill that you have to master in your 20s to get ahead of the game is sales. So direct response marketing, sales, and persuasion, they're literally the same thing, except that marketing is salesmanship in print, it's one to many. One YouTube video can influence tons of people out there. Whereas sales, a lot of the time, sales is more one-on-one, face-to-face. You don't have as much reach, but you do have a lot more influence over this one specific person. Now, the reason why it's extremely important to master sales is, number one, it's just clear and concise communication where people genuinely understand the point that you're trying to make across. And number two, if you really think about it, anything in the world is sales. A conversation that I'm having with you now is a persuasive conversation. It is technically a sales conversation where I'm putting up arguments for my point of view, and I'm trying to sell you on understanding these 2 skills or mastering these 2 skills. If you look at anything in the world, you're always getting sold to. You can be sold to on a product or service, or you can be sold to on a point of view. All the news that you hear out there, you're getting sold on a specific point of view. and people are just trying to prove their point of view with arguments and like scientific studies, which most of them have been completely fiddled with, right? They're only telling you the part of the scientific study, not the entire thing, which is how, you know, a lot of people still believe that coffee is good for you and it's not a big deal and it's not a drug and wine's okay to drink and it's not so bad if you go out every now and then or you don't care of yourself every now and then, like it's not a big deal, it's a balance. Get out of here. Anyway, this video is not about this. The point that I'm trying to make is if you look at it through the perspective of sales you're being sold to, and you become aware of all these people and different mindsets and points of view trying to brainwash you into looking at the world through a certain perspective, once you become aware of that, now you can gain control. And this is important because once you gain control, instead of looking at the world through someone else's perspective, you can finally gain freedom to look at the world of facts rather than of a world of like beliefs and conclusions that somebody else put in your head. The second biggest reason why I encourage people to do sales is because sales doesn't require you to have any degree. It does require special training, but for those of you who are watching right now, if sales isn't for you, just knowing sales is going to take you a long way. There's a lot of bad salespeople that are making extremely good money, and the reason why they're able to do that is because every business survives because there is supply and demand. Supply and demand, right? You know the curves. If there's no one selling the supply, the business can't function. It's so important to master sales is because if you understand how sales works, then you become extremely valuable to any business that you go and work for. You can land any opportunity wherever you go. Because not only you can sell the business on the importance of having you as an asset, as a team member, which is, you know, a skill in and of itself to be able to do that. And if you can also land a sales job that pays you extremely well, and now you have cash flow to invest into yourself or any other asset that you want, that's true freedom. Now, worrying about when the next paycheck is going to come, being confident in your own ability to generate your own opportunity, to live life on your own terms, that's true freedom. And the only way you can accomplish that is by learning sales, because not only you learn the skill of persuasion, now you're able to see how the entire matrix works, which is just supply and demand. How do we generate demand? By putting content out there. By putting content, by brainwashing people, by providing new and exciting ideas, right? That's demand. And then supply, it can be whatever. The things are endless right now. The Internet of Things is extremely vast, and there's courses and consulting offers and all this stuff popping up every single day. And so if you don't learn how this machine of internet works, then you're going to be left behind, because that's where the world is going. The online space is only getting bigger, and it's not slowing down. It is not slowing down, boys and girls. If you learn these skills, these two skills, really it's just one skill, it's persuasion. If you learn this one skill in your 20s, you will become extremely valuable, and you will be able to get any opportunity that you want in your life. And that is a fact. You'll be able to sell anyone on anything. And sales isn't a bad thing, unless it's used for bad reasons. Anyway, guys, this is kind of like whoever gets to this point of the video, I'm gonna give a little shout out to Dan Coe for inspiring me to make this video. He's an absolute genius. If you haven't checked him out, huge shout out to him. If you haven't noticed, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to expand my personal brand. So before I was only talking about appointment setting and making money online, and now I'm going more into like what the crowd wants to hear, which is how to get ahead of the game, what skills do I need to learn, how do I become more competitive, how do I gain the advantage, right? A lot of people in their 20s who are pursuing the corporate world, who are doing the corporate ladder thing, that is what's going on in their head. And so it is my hope that by spreading messages like these, I'm going to throw enough hooks out there on the internet and get the right people to come and join my YouTube channel and watch my stuff, and hopefully get inspired to start their own personal brands and get empowered to do that. Because for the longest time I held myself back from doing something like this, and it would be an absolute shame if you did that the same to yourself. That is just no bueno. If I was able to catch myself when I was younger and just slap my sense into myself and tell me tell myself to go and do this online thing earlier, I would have been way ahead of the game. But it's okay, no need to beat ourselves up over it. We're here, we're now, and we're doing this. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel. Links to the newsletter, to the course about appointment settings in the description below. I have a free Facebook group where I share tips on how to make money online through appointment setting. Feel free to join if you want to. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, guys. Bye-bye.